Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode. We're diving into a topic that might just surprise you and maybe even shock you a little. Today, we're discussing the top 5 hobbies that can make you unhappy. Have you ever thought about how some seemingly harmless hobbies can actually impact our happiness?
Wow, that sounds super interesting. I've never thought hobbies could make someone unhappy. Can you give me an example?
Absolutely. Coming in at number 5 is watching sports. You know, many people invest their emotions in their teams, feeling extreme highs and lows during games. But the truth is, these emotional roller coasters don't really improve your life. Even if your favorite team wins, it doesn't necessarily make your life better.
I get it. It's like my friend who watches football every week and ends up feeling down whenever his team loses. So what's number 4?
Number 4 is binge-watching TV shows. Think about how many hours do people spend glued to their screens, only to realize that their lives are passing them by? What do you think?
Oh wow, that's so true. I sometimes get lost in a series and suddenly hours have gone by. So, what's the third one?
The third spot goes to online gaming. The allure is incredibly strong, and many players become so addicted that they neglect important aspects of their real lives. Did you know some people even sacrifice their relationships for gaming?
That sounds really scary. I have a friend who's like that. He hardly sees anyone anymore because he's always gaming. What's the second one?
Number 2 is alcohol. The dependency on alcohol can be quite high, and many people lose friends or even their health due to drunken mishaps. Have you heard those hilarious but cringeworthy stories of people making fools of themselves after a few drinks?
Oh, way too many. I remember one time my friend got so drunk at a party that he started shouting random things. It was so embarrassing. So what's the number 1 hobby?
The top spot goes to gambling. Every year, countless lives are ruined because of gambling. Just imagine the terrifying feeling of losing everything overnight.
That sounds really awful. But do these hobbies really have no positive aspects at all?
Actually, hobbies aren't strictly good or bad. We need to rethink what happiness means. Happiness is subjective, and I believe that the deeper the obsession, the unhappier one becomes. Have you ever wondered why we were so happy as kids but feel happiness slipping away as adults?
I think it's because we start comparing ourselves to others, especially in terms of wealth and achievements. So how can we overcome this mindset?
Great question! Comparing ourselves to others is human nature, but we can train our minds to lessen this obsession. For instance, there's a guy named Mathieu Ricard, often called the happiest man in the world, who has meditated for over 50,000 hours. Meditation can help free us from worries.
Wow, 50,000 hours. How does he even do that? Meditation sounds really hard.
Actually, meditation isn't complicated. Just spend 20 minutes a day, and after a few weeks, you'll notice changes in your brain activity. Have you ever tried meditating?
I've tried a few times, but I always struggle to focus. So, does meditation really help us become happier?
Yes, meditation can help reduce obsession and find inner peace. We also need to think about how our environment influences our mindset. Being overly fixated on work, family, or friends can lead to unhappiness.
Oh, I see. So it's important to relax and distract ourselves a bit. What's this action plan you mentioned?
I suggest treating your work as your biggest hobby. It might sound a bit contradictory, but if you can find joy in it, work becomes meaningful. What do you think?
I think that makes a lot of sense. Sometimes I find work boring, but if I could find joy in it, it might change my perspective.
Exactly. We need to focus on doing our best in our current tasks, control our obsessions, and try things that most people wouldn't dare to do. Even if we fail, we should view it as a learning experience.
Wow, that sounds really inspiring. I'll try to change my attitude towards work. Thank you for sharing today. It's been really enlightening.
You're welcome. I hope everyone can benefit from this and find their own happiness. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.